Evidencia 5, video presenting orally abusiveness process improvement plan. Improvement plan for the management process that he evaluated in evidence 1 already mentioned. The company called Fruitic is a company that is currently going through difficult times because it has presented several problems in its financing, all because they are not taking the necessary measures to deal with all these problems, and that is causing the company to have difficulties in almost all areas. Some of the areas that we have been reviewed are the production area, the area of sales and administration, and each one of them we are stating that has had problems in the functions of each position, for which we must take measures so that the company as a whole begins to improve, so that all the departments of the company begin to have a significant improvement, and their finances improve in a short period of time. For these reasons, we have decided to make an improvement plan so that the company finally comes out and its finances improve. Since all the logistic that the company is managing in affecting all the other factors of the company, then we will start to see each of the proposals for the company to begin to apply and see how the organization is improving little by little. Administrative process. It was suggested that the administrative process and its constituent elements are the forecast of planning, which is the calculation on the future or forecast, and the preparation of the company. The function of the organization consists in providing it with everything that is useful for its functioning: matters, premiums, tools, capital, and personnel, where these elements can be divided into a material organism and the social organisms. Leadership, motivation, and teamwork. One of the theories on motivation to identify these types of basic needs: power, exert influence and control, association. People are concerned about maintaining good social relation, and achievement. They have an intense desire to success and an immense fear to failure. Diagnosis of the administrative area: production, marketing, accounting, and financial. A structural analysis. Interviews and observation will be carried out allowed to know the internal and external environment in which the company acts, to identify the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that it has. Formulation of the improvement plan. Interviews and observation will be conducted to members of the company to recognize the aspect to be improvement, and will formulate the improvement plan, defining the strategies to be implemented. Implementation of the improvement plan. The actions will be executed, appropriate strategies, and then the results obtained will be analyzed. Obtain the commitment of senior management, since the improvement plan must start from the top managers, since they are responsible for. Give strength and commitment to this process. Ensure participation in employee teams. Get individual participation. Determine the company's planning that encompasses the mission, ambition, policies, values, principles, and objectives. Plan the right strategies to achieve the objectives. Create the organizational chart of the company. For the company to manage a greater order, design the manual of functions for each position. Analyze and forecast the need of the main customers, suppliers, distributors, creditors, shareholders, and employees. Define a process for the selection of personnel. Create participation mechanisms for employers. Implement incentive plans for employees where it is simulate behaviors that lead to the achievement of individual goals and organizational. Create communication material among the staff. Introduce teamwork strategies. Hold conferences of the subject of leadership. Develop formats for performance evaluation and for purchases of raw material. Create and add more positions in the organization. Train and develop programs, courses, and any activity that goes in function of the improvement of the knowledge of the personnel. Distribute human resource policies and procedures, new or revised, to all employees through newsletters, meetings, memos of or contacts personnel.